Hi guys, in this lecture we will be assembling the entire robot and then we can start playing. So let's start with the chassis. This is the chassis. You might have it separate like this. These terminals might be separated. So you can just connect them with the screws. Now as you see, this is loose. So what I'm going to do, I will use a screwdriver to just fix it. You can use a spanner down here so that the screw remains in place, because if your chassis is loose your bot will wobble. Just make sure all the screws are nice and tight. Over here too. Let all the nuts and bolts be in the proper places. You can use a spanner to hold the nuts. Okay, so we fixed our chassis. The chassis is ready. Now what we'll do? We'll fix the ball wheel. Okay. So I have these few screws here. Nuts and bolts. So what am I going to do? I will put this from here and I will put my screw, oops, it fell, from below, or if it is difficult, like it isn't going, then what you can do, you can just put it from the upper side. So just put it there and with the screwdriver turn it. Then take a nut, just hold it below so that it remains in place. And here goes my screwdriver down. Okay, seems like it's in place. So if you can see here, I have the nut and the bolt. So like this, let's fix the remaining screws too. Here we have our chassis with one wheel ready. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll use a smaller screwdriver. My motor has these two screws and I'm going to put the motor. Now if you see, I haven't soldered my motor yet. So in the previous lecture, I showed you how can you solder your motor, but there are a few things that we need to take care of before actually soldering the motor and the switch box and everything else, the remaining parts. So how are we going to connect the motor? We have it like this. So the shaft comes out and the motor is in this direction so that it becomes easier for us to solder the motor. Okay. So can you see this hole here? I am going to fix my screw in this hole and in this hole here. Make sure that the screws are nice and tight so the motor remains in place and your car will move smoothly. Here we go. You have your one motor fixed. Okay. Then what you can do, you have this wheel. Now the shaft and the wheel are similar, like the openings that you can see, They fix perfectly in one another. So I'll just put it in. If the shaft is loose or something, you can have another screw from here. But this wheel is nice and fixed, so I won't need another one. So I have this one part ready. Similarly, you can put another part too, another wheel. So here you see my bot is ready. Ready in the sense I have assembled my bot. Now it can move. It will move in the forward, reverse. It can take turns. So when it will take a turn, it will actually move 360 degrees. This is how it will move. So this is a benefit of having a two-wheeled robot, that it can move 360 degrees. If you had four wheels, you had to take a longer turn. But with this, you can move in place. Isn't that nice? Okay, so keep the bot aside and let's check this soldering. So guys, first things first, I have a few wires here. So out of the wire that I showed you, this one, I have cut a few strands. So what happened? The wire which I am using has multiple strands inside, and each strand is a multi-strand wire. So I just cut a few strands, and first what I am going to do, the cross connection. Okay, so I just take one piece of wire, I put it inside, and I make a nice loop, so that I have to make sure it, that is, my connection has to be firm enough, correct? So I make a loop so that it should stay, right? It's fine. If you are really good, you can have a small wire, but then make sure that you keep a big one initially. So I have one loop here, and the other one I'm again going to put in this and make like this. So what happens? So if you see, there is a wire on top, and then I am going to apply solder, not to the entire area, but just here, so that my wire sticks to the metal. Similarly, put it inside nicely and form a loop. Okay, so this, our cross connection is ready. But now, what else do we need? We need to connect our positive and negative of the motors, right? So what we'll do, we'll just keep this aside for some time. Similarly, connect these two to the other switch. What we'll do initially is, we'll take our motors, let's solder these two. So I have 4 different wires here. So I'm going to put different colors and I'm going to solder them, and then I will apply voltage and know which one is positive and which one is negative. Fine. So I hope you saw the soldering, how to solder in the previous lecture. Here it might be a bit difficult. It isn't much difficult. So what you do, you just make a loop. Making a loop ensures, yeah, here you might require a little more effort than you might have required while soldering an individual motor. The pins here are delicate. Make sure that you don't break them. So I'm just putting them, turning them nicely so that they fix. And the last one. Okay, now what will I do? Just solder. Okay, I think all are soldered. Let me just pull and check. Yes, they are. Okay, so what will I do now? I have my other end of the wire here. So I'll just take this 9-volt battery and let's see. This is my left motor. I have one terminal black here and green. So I'll just take black and green wires. Now let me see which is my motor positive. This is the positive on my battery. Okay, so let me put it in this direction and okay, so how is the wheel moving? The wheel, if it moves in the clockwise direction, then the positive of the motor is connected to the positive of the battery. Let's see. Yes, it is moving in clockwise direction. So I have the black terminal as positive. Okay, my black terminal is positive of the motor and my green terminal forms the negative. Now let's check for the other motor. I'm connecting my red to the positive. Let's see. No, it is moving in the anti-clockwise direction. Now let's connect yellow. Yes. So my yellow is the positive for the right motor and black is the positive for the left motor. Okay. So how do we have the connections on the switches? So I have created these, the cross connections. Now let me see. What do we have? We have the yellow positive for the right motor and this happens to be a right switch, right? Since it will be like this. So I will be controlling this with my right hand and this with my left hand, correct? So this is my right switch and this is my left switch. So what do I have? I have the right motor with yellow positive. And what was for the right switch? Let's just take a look at the slide again. So what do we have here? We have our M plus connected. This is the right switch. Then we have the M plus connected on the left side. And for the left switch, we have the M plus connected to the right side. Okay. So what did we have? We have our M plus connected to the left side of the right switch. So right motor yellow. So I will have my yellow connected here. Make sure that you keep the switches in this position. So the space part is below. Okay. So what did we have? We have the M plus connected here and other M plus was connected here. Yellow is our M plus of the right motor. So that will be connected to this terminal. Okay. So what I'll do, along with red, I will also put M plus. And if it is difficult to do, if it is not going inside, so I'll just remove this terminal. I'll keep them together like this and I will twist them. Just space apart and twist. They have to be connected, right? So now I've twisted them and they are together. Now I will put it inside the loop and then I'll solder them at once. Which is the other terminal we have? We have the red terminal. That will be connected here. Okay. So the red wire will be connected to the green one here. So I remove this again. what I'm doing, I'm putting it together. Okay, just twist. And then connect. Okay, so if you understood these connections, fine then. But now there is a little problem. As you see, I haven't yet soldered these. The reason for that being the switch box that we are using. This one. The switches have to be fitted from the top and not from down below. So I need to just open the switch box. Here I have opened the switch box. So my switch is going to be fixed. This is the downside. Down is going to be fixed like this inside. First it has to be fixed inside and then it will be soldered. So it is difficult to solder from inside, like put the gun inside and both things and then solder. So what you can do is you can have the connections made, solder it and just cut the wire here and have these strands open. Then once they are open, you put it inside and then connect the strands and tape them together. Okay, you can do that. Fine. So I'm going to go with this method of soldering from inside. So first let me just show you how to solder one particular switch. So what will I do? Let's just see, where can I put the solder? First I'll just put this inside in the loop. Okay, now let's start applying the solder. So I will solder these two terminals first and the remaining you can solder accordingly. Okay, so I guess this is done. See this? Yes, the red one is also soldered. So that was one thing, right? Now what else do we need? We'll need supply. So again, the supply going to both the motors is same. So I have some wires cut. So what am I going to do? This terminal will be positive and this is negative. Similarly, positive and negative. So I will connect the positives together and I will connect the negatives together. Okay, and I am going to use a different wire. Now this wire which I am using has two terminals, red and black. Now this wire has only two. Unlike the previous one, like this one which has four coming out, this one had two coming out of it. So what we are going to do, we'll connect it only to one particular switch, and to the other switch we will have the extra terminals connected, and so it will be done. So guys, just take a look here. We have the motor and we have the switch. Now I have soldered everything. I hope it's visible enough. Okay, so let me just move away the motor. So this is the cross connection and I've made the soldering. my positive and my negative. Can you see them? These two, my positive and my negative, and the remaining. So this wire will go to my power supply and these will go to the motors, that is my bot. So what do? I keep them here. There is an opening, so I keep this like, I bring them outside the opening and I will just seal. So my switch box is now ready. I can start using. Okay, so I'll just seal them. Now what about the other terminal? What can you do? You can just connect these to the battery and check if it is working or no, but it will work barely for half a minute or something. So let's directly connect. Here is our adapter. So what do? I'll just remove this pin off, keep the adapter aside. So this pin is all we are interested in. So the outer terminal is positive and this inner terminal forms the ground. Fine. So what are we going to do? We'll put this in the loop and solder, and this one too. Okay, even now make sure that your multi-strand wires are nicely twisted. Fine. So just twist them, put them inside and solder well. Yes, I have this soldered. I have this soldered right away. So the connections are done. You can see this is soldered nicely. What you can do is just tape this so that you won't get a shock. Okay. In the next lecture, we'll see how does our bot work.